And welcome back into the broadcast, Coyote Nation. Hopefully you had a nice little intermission here. We're able to get yourself a cold drink, maybe a snack, and hopefully you're ready for 45 intense minutes of soccer here to finish this one out. Your Coyotes leading 4-1 at intermission, courtesy of a couple goals by number 7, Daniel Garcia Cano, single goals by number 14, Eli Zaragoza, and number 11, Sarek Christensen, have us right where we want to be here, leading the number 2 team in the country, having them on the ropes here, trailing by 3 runs. You can tell the baseball announcer in me is coming out. A 3-goal lead here at the Cheyenne Sports Complex in North Las Vegas. First ever game here for CSN men's soccer on the pitch, and what a memorable one it's shaping up to be. But again, the first 45 minutes, some will say nothing's more overrated in the sport of soccer than the halftime score. So you have to finish strong here, and you have to put your best foot forward, pun intended, and finish the fight strong here if you're Southern Nevada. If you expect to best the number 2 team in the nation, and that's what they're trying to do right now. So let's see if we can put together another solid half of soccer and get ourselves a big-time victory ahead of a matchup tomorrow, folks. Don't forget, double dip of Coyote soccer. Ladies getting after it first at 8 a.m. versus nationally ranked Casper College, and then our men's team will be right behind them, 10:30 start time here versus Casper College on the men's side. But we're not worried about that. We're not looking ahead to that. Wow, that's a goal right there. And Arizona Western here wasting little time getting themselves on the board. It is a gorgeous-looking shot there. Number 9. And that's going to be a goal by number 9, Nozumu Kamai. And Kamai here did a nice job to bend that in here. That people would think that that's an easy kick to make here. When you have a ball coming at you that hard, to bend it and keep it and go top shelf with it like Kamai did here, that is a fantastic finish here and shows that he's a very accomplished striker in his own right here. So, Nozomu Kamai cuts Arizona Western's lead or deficit to 2 at 4-2. And again, plenty of time for the Mats to get back into this one. Now, we're going to need some good back-end defense, and one of the guys I was highlighting earlier here, Steven Chechescu here, reminding me at least a little bit shades of a Connor Malone-type player here, an aggressive defender, a young man with some height, some ability, some physicality, and a little bit of nastiness, quite honestly, because that was what made Connor so special here, is that nastiness and that physicality and willingness to go put his body in harm's way. You know, whether it's, trying to get the ball physically, strike it, get it out of the zone with your head, whatever needed to be done, Connor would make that happen here. And Steven Chechescu has shades of that here. And if he can become the half of the defender, 3/4 of the defender that we had in Connor Malone, I think CSN has a potential all-conference, all-region type performer here. But here's the Mats here again, deep in the Coyote zone here, and another opportunity. Nice job by Moreno to get up on those tippy toes here and grab that one. It's a big save. But again, CSN unable to clear as of yet. And the shot that Moreno saved was off the boot of Ernie Garza. You want to hope that Garza not getting those looks frequently here in this second half. It's going to be a corner kick for the Mats. It looks like it's going to be taken by number 11, Jin Indu. So Indu rolls it out here to Shoki Yoshida. And again, CSN's defense leaking a little bit here in this first half as they got to shore up that back end, especially here. You cannot allow these athletic Arizona Western wings and attacking midfielders here to get where they want to go. It's going to be a real long night for CSN if that's the case here. Arizona Western definitely has the firepower, athletic ability, and skill to find a couple goals here quickly. So we'll see how this ends up shaking out. Fun one here. Chitescu. Oh, and that looks like a foul here on Arizona Western. Chitescu. You know what's always interesting is when you hear a head coach or an assistant coach talk at the players. The old school rule of thumb used to be, at least that we understood, was listen, as a player, you can talk to players. And our coach would say, listen, I don't want to ever see you getting involved or having a conversation with an opposing coach. And that's maybe some call it old wisdom or whatever, but I think that's fair. And I think in a day and age where everybody has a comment for everything, you got to keep it respectful, right? Like the players can talk to the players, the coaches can talk to the players, but I don't like when players talk to coaches, and I don't like when coaches have words for players. That's just me. Maybe that's an old school mentality. But again, you start chirping at a player here as an assistant coach, and, we got to be better than that. But again, when you're on the wrong side of a 4-2 ledger and you have all the pressure here, maybe that's what sparked the conversation. Who knows? Damian Moreno here sends it out toward midfield here. Controlled by Shuntaro Indo. Momentarily, that's a nice ball. Just off the right foot of Garcia Cano. Daniel giving the thumbs up here saying, good ball, my fault. And very little to fault here with number 7 is Mr. Garcia Cano has 2 of the Coyotes' 4 goals here. And a big reason that they're enjoying this 2-run cushion, or 2-goal cushion. Arizona Western deep in the Coyote zone once again here. Some good aggressive defense there by the Coyotes, I believe, have Arizona Western come with a corner kick. Oh, just a throw. So the Mats fighting for possession here. Coyotes looking to gain possession themselves. The Mats do get a decent boot on that one here. That one does go high. That was off the boot of number 6, Eric Vera. And Vera going over the goal here. But again, the Mats, now we're only a few minutes into this second half, 6 minutes to be exact on the game clock here, but they have been living in the Coyote zone here. Arizona Western has really almost been aggressive and moving past the midfield point as they have had possession and control. The Garcia Cano here, the decent challenge. And Cypress will throw this one in. Cypress gets it in here to Eli Zaragoza, to Steven Chitescu, and now Cypress. Oh, no call. Unbelievable there. It's the physicality. And here's the thing. They're going to call that foul, but he got upended just the same. And Yancey's saying tit for tat here. I got to get it on my guy if he's getting it over here. And here's the thing about men's soccer. It can get physical and chippy in a hurry if the referees do not take control. You have to take the bull by the horns here. We've seen some of these games get as close to out of hand as you can see without completely getting out of hand, if you know what I mean. Oh, and there it is. See what I'm saying? These challenges. As you hear Coach Yancey Tisdale yelling at Steven Chitescu to come and assist there, and that's a nice battle for the ball in the corner here, won by Southern Nevada. Damian Moreno getting set to put a boot to this one. He does. It's got some carry here, getting into the Mat zone momentarily, but headed back the other way. Arizona Western. Coming all the way, and we're going to have a substitution here. Freshman from Green Valley High School, Alan Bravera, is going to check in for number 7, Daniel Garcia Cano. But first, the Coyotes turn over at midfield here, and they got a little something cooking. and see if they can move this into the offensive zone and get an attack of their own going. Already surrendering 1 goal here in this second half, now leading 4-2. Steven Chechescu here digging that one out. No call.
So what you say, advantage when he wins the ball? Advantage was we still maintained the ball. It moved up, and so instead of calling
for the
foul,
Coyotes,
the
number
forward,
3,
our guy
Alan
on the wing still had
Rivera.
possession, and so instead of stopping play and putting the ball back here, you let the play develop because it was still our advantage. Now, if they would have won it, then it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a decent ball here. Does get through the wicket. It's going to be offsides here on Arizona Western. But a nice idea there. So that ball fought for advantage, giving the possession to Southern Nevada here. Offsides, Arizona Western will have Moreno with a goal kick. And now here's the deal, folks. 4-2, an eternity of time left here, 35 game minutes or thereabouts. And if you're Southern Nevada here, you just want to make sure that you continue to do your due diligence here and put together some offensive attack and rhythm here. You want to build the attack here, but you cannot allow Arizona Western to exist in your zone all evening here. Arizona Western way too talented and skilled to think you can just play protect here with a 2-goal lead. So I'd love to see the Coyotes push the envelope here a little bit offensively. Ball coming the other way for the Mats. Controlled momentarily. Up the wing here to number 12. That's a good ball. It gets through. Good recovery defense. Oh, that's going to be a corner for Arizona Western. Oh, he didn't touch it. Oh, it looked like he touched it from here. So, goes over the outstretched arm of Moreno. It'll be a goal kick to Southern Nevada. Coyotes again looking to get out of the zone. CSN gains possession here, advantage in their zone. Steven Chechescu here looking to find a teammate. It's Eli Zaragoza momentarily. Eli back to Steven. Little two-man game here. Matt's coming out with it, though, as they look to break toward midfield. It's going to be a foul. All right. Well, see, and that's a card. It's a yellow card there, and I think it was in turn because the foul was called. He didn't like it, then he kicked the ball. So the yellows, Steven Chechescu, number 16. So Steven's just got to, this is his game, though. You got to be a little physical. You got to be a little chippy over there. You have to figure it out.
Yellow card issued on number 16, Steven.
And if you're Chechescu here, you just want to make sure that you keep it dialed in here. You can't get a second card. You don't want to cost your team playing with a man down, so you just have to tone it down. But I love the physicality, and I love where he is mentally here in this game. He's right. He's engaged. I mean, he's right where he needs to be, and he's doing what needs to be done, ultimately to accomplish a victory here. He's playing his butt off, and you love to see it. Cypress here runs into some traffic here, trying to do a little dribbling through two Arizona Western defenders, but unfortunately, Arizona Western does come out with possession. 16, right? 16. Yeah. Awesome. So we have Christian Botello heading in for Steven Chechescu, and then we have Sarah Christensen. And Christensen will be heading in for Diego Carrasco. So, again, some fresh legs getting in for the Coyotes here. Sarah Christensen and Christian Botello. A round of applause for these guys putting in that work out there. That's Diego Carrasco coming off the pitch. And the man who got that yellow card, Steven Chechescu here. And Steven's just going to get a drink of water, get a blow here, and get back out here soon, I can imagine for sure. As he has he's played a hell of a game.
That ball's gone. Or did it stay in? It stayed in. Oh.
That's nice too. These trees are really safe. Balls from going out.
The last little bit of the sunset here going down, and what's turning into be a picturesque night here in North Las Vegas, Cheyenne Sports Complex. Again, this is my first game and first opportunity to be out here calling this action, and it's great. The backdrop's beautiful. You have the mountains there, and again, it's a little warm, but if you're from Southern Nevada and you understand what it is, this is just everyday weather at the end of the summer. It's still 99 degrees, but a picturesque backdrop here as the last of the sunset here gives way to the evening. We have a foul here on Arizona Western. Excuse me, foul on CSN, a goal kick here. So coming out the other way is Arizona Western. That ball gets through. Good challenge right there from CSN. Coyotes coming back out with it. Alan Bavera on the wing here. Eli Zaragoza looking for him. Nice job. Bavera has it. He's on sides. The freshman from Green Valley gets it back to Zaragoza. Zaragoza looking to find a man in the middle. Unfortunately, it's intercepted by the Matadors, and they're coming the other way. They got some numbers here as they're looking to catch up right now. Number 15, Peter Yarrow, finds a teammate in the middle. Oh! And Isaac Betancourt here just missed cutting the Coyotes' lead to 1 here. Is that one just to the left of the goal here? But Isaac Betancourt playing a nice little two-man game there with number 15, Peter Yarrow. And then once you have that here, you can have a lot go wrong. So Coach Tisdale imploring his players, especially on the wing here, to challenge that defender. You can't let him have a free run like that. You have to make sure you get a foot on the ball or a body on the player, period. That is a great ball through the middle and a great save there. As Moreno up to the task. I didn't see who shot that ball here, but that was a great diving save by Moreno as he left his feet selling out to prevent goal number 3 from number 2, Arizona Western. That was a good-looking move there by Ernie Garza, number 10 there, but Damian Moreno up to the task to make the save. But you can ill afford to let players like Garza get loose and put a boot on that ball just like that there. That's offsides. That was close here, but what you're seeing here is the momentum build for these Matadors here, and the number 2 ranked team in the country probably had a less than pleasant intermission conversation with their coaches here, and they probably said, hey, if we're number 2, we got to play like it, and, credit the Matadors here. They've answered the bell in the second half, through 17 game minutes here, wherever we're at. They've been the better team the second half on the pitch. Unfortunately for them, they were facing a 3-goal deficit. But like I said here, this team is this looks a lot different from the team we saw in the first 45 minutes of play. I can tell you that much. Fans, don't forget, hit us up on Twitter at CSN_MSOC. That's CSN_MSOC for everything Coyote men's soccer here. Updates, game schedules, fun tweets, whatever's going on. Interact with us. Let us know where you're listening from and watching the game. We appreciate you guys taking a little bit of time to spend your Friday evening with us here, watching some high-level junior college soccer. Arizona Western with a chip the other way. He's got a man. Ball stays on sides. Arizona Western still fighting for it. Yoshida gets it back to a teammate here on the top. You give me. I got him.
James got you.
So Tesfu and Breton will be subbing in here momentarily for Anthony Carrasco. And Tesfu, again, some fresh legs for Coach Tisdale here, the former Clark Charger, looking to get after it. And then we have a sub coming on the other end here, and that's Jin Inyu. And Inyu, again, another difference maker. I'll tell you, too, when you're looking at this kind of game and you're looking at the physicality that's transpiring on the pitch here, it's going to be not what team wants it more, but what team can keep their composure, hold their emotions in check, and just play their game. Because here's what happens when you get tired legs, you start reaching, you start grabbing, you start having a propensity to possibly foul, do something to gain an advantage, because you just don't have that freshness now as both teams now 60 minutes into this match, actually 64 and change. So you got to understand some tired legs going on, and all that adrenaline that was once pumping and flowing and keeping these guys going in the first half. It's the tank's almost empty on adrenaline here, but it's heart and determination that'll carry one of these teams to the finish line. Arizona Western fighting for possession near midfield. Gets it kicked up there. That looked like a potential foul. No. And there's a late call. I think it's a foul on CSN. But what's interesting is, well, it's kind of like the retaliation foul in basketball. It's who the ref sees and who kind of gets caught. And it's tough, you get those balls in the corner on the wing there. You have a scrum. You have 3 or 4 players, trying to get the ball out of a situation and dig for an advantage. And, of course, there's going to be fouls along. Oh, and that is a great opportunity here as Coach Tisdale has his hands on his head. And that was a heck of a strike there by Allard, unfortunately. Unfortunate for Arizona Western, fortunate for CSN. Happened to hit on the back of a defender. Damian Moreno gives this one a ride here. It gets up to just over the midfield stripe. Gets into the Matador zone here, but nothing doing. As the goalkeeper here, Atsuki Sato, has had a pretty comfortable second half here as the Coyotes have not nearly applied the kind of pressure and been provided themselves the goal-scoring opportunities they did in the first half. So Atsuki Sato enjoying a little bit of a breather, if you will, in net for Arizona Western. What was a 4-1 game at halftime. It's now 4-2. Arizona Western scoring very early, 4.5 minutes into the second half. But CSN has stabilized their defense, especially on the back end here. Now some goal-scoring opportunities for the Mats have come and gone. But CSN overall doing a good job on that back line. Now we have Daniel Garcia-Cano about to check in here. Let's see. So we got Saul Ramirez here and Daniel Garcia-Cano about to check in here for the Coyotes. And some fresh legs going in here.
Substitution for the Coyotes, number 7, Daniel Garcia-Cano. And number 22, Saul Chavez Ramirez.
Huh. So the ref didn't signal for the sub. Athletic trainer on the field. A lot of moving parts here. So we got a
14-6.
All right, so we got 3 Coyotes about to hit the pitch here off the bench. That's Ryan Leininger, Saul Ramirez, and Daniel Garcia-Cano re-entering here. And here we go. Here some words of encouragement from Captain Chepo Gonzalez here to his guys, saying, "Hey, we got to finish the fight. You know, it's about, it's about powering through this final, 20 minutes, 22 minutes to be exact, is where we'll be when the game clock starts. But yeah, you have to finish this one strong."
Number 7, Eric Meja.
7 for 28, right? And 14 for 6.
Number 14, Takaro Uraka.
Coach Tisdale getting a stern talking to from the official, and I think the official thought there was a little bit of gamesmanship there, meaning the player's not running on the field necessarily in a manner that was acceptable to the referee here, and he lets Coach Tisdale know a little bit about it. And I don't know if it is gamesmanship, but usually, sometimes we've seen, the opposite, where the players run on the pitch a little too early, and the ref says, "Hey, we didn't call you on the pitch." And that's an issue. So, to each their own, and to each official is their own, kind of style and the way they keep control of a game, if you will. So, but here we go. No harm, no foul. Everybody's on the pitch. Substitutions in. Coyotes protecting a 2-goal lead at 4-2. Coming up on the 70th minute here of this match. And what a fun match this has been. I mean, the Coyotes came out white hot here like a house of fire, literally, after surrendering the first goal, scoring the next 4 here to take a stranglehold of a lead.
What number are you going in for? Thank you.
4-1, then they gave it through.
I have a penny up there. White ball. No, it's white ball. I mean, yellow. It's blue.
Matt's hoping to get something cooking here. Under 20 remaining in this match. And it's on.
In for the Coyotes, number 6, Ian Martinez.
The substitution here. It's going to be number 6, Ian Martinez, and he'll replace number 11, Sarek Christensen. As Sarek will come off the pitch here. Sarek will get a little blow here, and wouldn't be surprised to see number 11 re-enter for that final stretch run here. Again, under 20 minutes, but this is where the rubber meets the road here, and this is where champions are forged through hard work, determination, and dedication here. The Coyotes looking to spring the upset over the number 2 team in the country and really get 2022 kicked off in style. Tesfu Imbertom here with some fancy dribbling and footwork up the middle. Arizona Western defenders quickly close on that. But CSN, and that's a tough foul right there. Looks like a play on to me, but can't get them all. Arizona Western will grab possession just ahead of the midfield stripe when they touch it. And there's a touch there. Decent ball. Midfield stripe to number 14, Takara Murakawa. Murakawa here gets it in as Arizona Western looking for some moves. CSN, nice job defensively here. Got something cooking. Ian Martinez on the wing. Martinez is absolutely in that forearm shiver, and finally the foul comes. Hey, you're going to have to, at both sides though, are going to have to earn their fouls and earn their calls here this final, 17 minutes because the refs here are going to, and rightfully so, you want, at the end of the day, ultimately you want the players on the pitch to decide the result, right? You don't want the referees, you don't want cheap calls, you don't want fouls, you don't want that kind of stuff. You want these 11 on each side here, these 22 men on the field to determine a winner and a loser here, and I think the best referees try to allow the players to do just that. Now, it's an aggressive shot there. Arizona Western, that gets in. Good job by CSN defensively, but not out of the woods yet as Arizona Western fighting to try to maintain possession in deep in the Coyotes' end. This one's going to take a bounce. And that's a Southern Nevada. So it was advantage Arizona Western, right? That was a delay on the call, and then when CSN regained possession, that's where we saw it here. Nice job by Damian Morena. And the delayed call obviously on the advantage, so you know how the game works. If the attacking team does have an advantage and the call's on the opposition, they will let the play continue until possession is gained by the fouling team, and then the whistle will blow. So you understand the delay and you understand the advantage there. And speaking of advantages, it's a 2-goal advantage. That's the biggest advantage you need to know about here with just under 16 minutes. Tick-tock here is the clock definitely becoming a friend of the Coyotes if they can maneuver it right here, trying to get over here. About 15 minutes left in this one. And you're going to see stoppage of play whistles in the last 5 minutes here every single time. The team with the lead, CSN at the moment, kicks the ball and stops play. So that'll get going shortly here as we are just reaching the 75th minute of this match here. Oh, that's a good ball. Right on the wing here. Nice job by CSN. And here's what CSN's doing here. These are precious seconds ticking off the clock here, and every time they can get it that deep in the Matador zone here, especially on sides, and keep the attack going, this is exactly what the doctor ordered here for Coach Tisdale and his Coyotes. And Yancey Tisdale, he did beat Snow College last year, but I'll tell you what, they weren't ranked number 2. They were ranked in the top 10, I believe 8, when his Coyotes went up to Ephraim, Utah, and got the biggest victory of his coaching career to this point now. Many would argue if CSN is able to hold on here tonight that this will trump that victory at Snow College, and this will then become Coach Tisdale's biggest victory as head coach here for our Coyotes. So time will tell. As Damian Moreno gives this one a boot. My goodness. That's a leg right there. Moreno, a little extra something on that one. As Arizona Western will throw in and possess it deep in their zone here as they begin to build their attack and move the ball toward the midfield stripe. Just under 14 minutes remaining in this one. And Arizona Western needs to show a little bit of a sense of urgency here as they trail by 2 goals with 13 minutes to play. Not insurmountable by any means, but you have to start picking up the pace, some set plays, and you have to build that attack here if you're Arizona Western. Now, if they happen to score that next goal and get it within 1, anything's possible. But at 4-2 here, Coyotes looking pretty good. 13:05 remaining in this one. It's some fun here. Got some ambulances in the background here. I see some ambulances pulling up in the neighborhood across from us. Just hope all is well over there for sure. Not really sure what's happening. But I'll tell you what's happening on the pitch here. Southern Nevada about 12 minutes and change away from springing an upset against the number 2 team in the nation here, Arizona Western College. Coyotes came out like a house of fire here. Arizona Western netting the first goal of the game. Southern Nevada answering the bell and then some with 4 consecutive goals of their own and a really tight competitive second half from both sides here. See Arizona Western, the only team to get on the board here in the second half, and that's where we sit at a 4-2 score with just over 11 minutes remaining in this one. Timeout here.
Clock, stop. I know, I'm just saying.
So we have a timeout on the pitch here. I want to know, try and figure out what this one might be about. Huh. A little more physicality here. Looks like maybe a elbow in the rib area. But fans, don't forget, double dip of Coyote action tomorrow. Women's soccer at 8 a.m., men's soccer at 10 a.m. The opponent, Casper College. Make your plans to come out and join us here at the Cheyenne Sports Complex in North Las Vegas. Of course, fans get into the venue and can watch the event for free. So no charge. Come on down. Be loud, be proud. Put on that Coyote blue and come support your team here. Again, no admission, no charge here to get in on the field and on the pitch. So come and support your Coyotes. That is all season. That's not tomorrow. That's not today. That's every single home game here this year, Coyote fans. Don't forget, there will be no charge. So come out here. We have a great crowd tonight. I'd say about 35, 40 fans that I can see. And they're out here. They have some camping chairs. They have some blankets on the grass, and they're having a good time right now, and we'd love to see you out here to support yourselves. Of course, if you guys can't make it out here in person, don't worry, I got your back. We'll have both games for you live on the Coyote Sports Network, and yours truly will be on the call. That one sneaking around just in front of the Coyote net here. Nice job by CSN to clear it. And then you have Atsuki Sato here coming up from the Arizona Western net to get the ball back in play here deep in the Coyote zone. Nice job by Damian Moreno punching that one out here. That's an underrated move. That ball bouncing around. He took it upon himself to try to get it closer to clear. It's going to be a throw-in for Arizona Western, I believe, on the far end of the field.
15 for who? 16? Okay, it's not your possessions again. 15 for 16? 16 for 15.
And we have number 16, Steven Chichescu here, looking to get in there and finish it out strong here, as number 16 is definitely someone that Coach Tisdale sorely needs out there. That's it. There you go. So Steven's going to get in there here. Sato boots that one out. Steven Chichescu is going to get in there, and he's going to sub in for Ryan Leninger. And we got Alexis Rojas subbing in here for Saul Chavez Ramirez. Halfway. Run it. Ref already warning here that the boys taking their time getting out on the pitch. So you got the term in soccer, meet them halfway. That means when the sub comes in, you better be running by them, slapping them five and coming off the pitch here. So Arizona Western going to have to get to work very quickly here as we are under 10 minutes to play in this match. About to reach the 81st minute of it. And, again, what a fun one and what a big victory this would be if the Coyotes can hold on. But we're also talking about the number 2 team in the country, so do not count your chickens before they hatch, Coyote Nation. If you have any fingernails left, good on you. I chewed all mine up. But here we go. And this is exactly what CSN wants here, to run the clock, have the ball deep in Arizona Western's end, whether it results in a goal kick, a throw-in. That's a foul on CSN here, much to the dismay of Coach Tisdale here. But this is the game that CSN needs to play here. Now the clock is your friend. That's a big challenge right there, and a real collision here. But again, I think sometimes the player that ends up leaving his feet gets the worst of that almost 9 times out of 10. And, it is tough to go up there and challenge. And number 9 got a yellow there, so a little too physical. But again, you can't blame Nozomu Kamai there because honestly, he's just competing for a ball too. And this is coming from the CSN home announcer here. It's tough that Kamai gets called for that yellow card. I really don't feel there was any ill intent. I don't feel like he cut the player's legs out from under him. But again, you have to err on the side of caution and safety always. And I think that's what the ref is doing. Coyotes have possession deep in Arizona Western zone. And here we go, looking to make something happen. Oh. That's Daniel Garcia-Cano with the shot going high. Hey, but I love it. He dug that ball out. He's a dog out there. It was 1-on-2 against 2 Arizona Western defenders. He found enough space to get a strike off here, and you did go high above the Arizona Western Matador goal. But I love the effort and the energy. And if that thing happens to find the back of the net, it's night-night. 3-goal lead with this much time, and we go in Sizzler. So nice job by Garcia-Cano. Trying to find one more goal here, but 4 may be enough. We'll see. 7 and change remaining in this one. Nice job by Steven Chechescu challenging here. Defenders never get any love or credit. Show this man some love here. 16 is playing his heart out on the pitch here. When you ask a player to leave it out on the field here, Coach Tisdale goes to the tape. He's going to point out number 16 here and say, this is the kind of energy, effort, and enthusiasm we need to play with here to finish it out. And number 29 is going to sub in here momentarily. That's Diego Carrasco. And Carrasco may be amongst the last subs we see for the Coyotes. We'll see how this one shakes out. CSN making a move toward midfield. Intercepted there by Arizona Western. The Mats coming back the other way, trailing by 2. 6 and change remaining in this one. Nice job by CSN to dig that one out. Some good defense, and here they come up the wing. Just a little chip. 50-50 ball. Arizona Western. That's out on the mats here, so that'll be a throw-in for CSN at the far end. Ian Martinez here.
Coyotes, number 29, Diego Carrasco.
And Diego Carrasco is going to come in and sub for I can't see who subbed out. He's walking on the back end behind the Arizona Western goal. I think it could have been number 5. Either way, Carrasco in on the pitch, part of the final 11 here for the Coyotes as we go down the stretch, looking to lock this one up. 5 and change remaining here. Southern Nevada enjoying a 2-goal lead, 4-2 over the number 2 team in the country. So Luis Gomez catches a yellow card here on the back end. That's number 9. Eli Zaragoza with some fancy footwork here right on the sideline, right in front of us.
That last yellow card was issued to number 9, Luis Gomez.
So Luis Gomez gets the yellow here. Hopefully no harm, no foul, but we'll see how this one goes. Tesfu and Breton with the throw. And Breton gets it in here. Ball fought for here. Arizona Western clears it to the midfield stripe, but there's no Matadors really within much of a side. A challenge for the ball here, but that's going to be out of bounds to CSN. Oh, to the mats, excuse me. Nice slide tackle there. That's a nice job right there. It's going to be a corner for Arizona Western, but that nice slide tackle there, getting that ball out of harm's way is what you want to do. If Arizona Western from a corner kick, from a set piece here is able to convert a goal, you just tip your cap and move on. But again, a lot more difficult of a task here to do it off a set piece here than right in front of the goal floating around. So you got to like CSN's energy and effort. Corner kick up. Nice job by CSN. Steven Chichescu gets ahead on that one. Of course he does. Hard to be the man of the match without any goals and beat Daniel Garcia-Cano, but that chance was right there. That was a 3-on-1 waiting to unfold there for CSN, but not materializing the way we would have liked. But it'll be a corner for Southern Nevada, and with 3:30 remaining here, happy to have it. Looks like Eli Zaragoza, number 7, Daniel Garcia-Cano, is going to take that corner here for Southern Nevada. Yeah, so it's Garcia-Cano. So him and Zaragoza doing a lot of the corner kicking duties, at least with Chepo out right now. But both those young men capable of that. Ooh, sneaky. It's just a touch in here. CSN does get a shot up on goal and high. But you have to love the effort here. Coach Tisdale saying nothing over the top. So that was Eli Zaragoza with the strike that went high over the goal. But a nice strike by Eli here. We saw him and Daniel Garcia-Cano put a couple good strikes on net. And again, the more time we spend in Arizona Western Zone, the less time they have to try to attack and make up a 2-goal deficit. The Matt's going to get a corner kick here with 2 and change remaining. Approaching the 88th minute of this match. Southern Nevada clinging to a 2-goal lead, 4-2. Not a great set piece there from Arizona Western as that one comes in low and is cleared. And that's good job by CSO. Just over 90 seconds. That one's going to go to someone's front yard. Yeah, these neighbors might be the beneficiaries of some NJCAA game balls here, some select. And those things aren't cheap. They're about $80, $90 a ball here. So if you wake up, you live in North Las Vegas, you wake up tomorrow morning, you got a nice soccer ball in your yard, please return it. We'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it. Just throw it over the fence. We'll do the rest. A lot of the same last year, of course. If you guys remember, we played our games at Cristo Rey just across the street here. And, some neighbors got a few souvenirs, that's for sure. And we're getting ready as the boys are getting ready to possibly celebrate a huge victory here. Like I said, last year it was a road victory in Ephraim, Utah against Snow College. This one on our own pitch here, Cheyenne Sports Complex, the place. Your Coyotes really putting forth a heck of an effort, and they're very, very close here to securing this victory. We got about 30 seconds left in this one, guys, so we are absolutely enjoying our time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
As they count it down here, you guys are watching at home with us.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the ball game.
And the College of Southern Nevada has sprung an upset here in their season opener. Coyotes 4, number 2, Arizona Western College 2. And just like that, your Coyotes get a big first victory of 2022 as the boys here come in shorthanded without their captain, Chepo Gonzalez here. And don't let that be an excuse if Southern Nevada comes in, takes care of business on their home pitch. First game ever at the Cheyenne Sports Complex. And your Coyotes have taken down the number 2 team in the nation. Let's go. What a start to the season. If this doesn't fire you up, then you better check your pulse. Southern Nevada here comes in against all odds here, getting it done against the number 2 team in the country. No Chepo Gonzalez, no problem here as Southern Nevada comes in with the dogs mentality, finishes the fight the way a champion would, and just like that, 1-0. But that 1-0 looking a lot better when you beat the second-ranked team in the country. So fans, thank you for tuning into this broadcast. Coyote Nation, what can you say? If this doesn't excite you and gets your juices flowing for the rest of this season, again, check your pulse. This was a fun one here. Can't wait to get after it. Don't forget, tomorrow, Cheyenne Sports Complex here, the place to be. Lady Coyotes getting after it first. 8 a.m. start. Men will be there. 10 a.m. The opponent, Casper College. Make your plans to come out and support. And again, Coyote Nation, no charge. Come out here, be loud, be proud, put on that Coyote blue, and come support your men's and women's soccer team tomorrow as they battle Casper College. 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. are the times. Thank you again, Coyote Nation, for tuning in. Once again, you know the deal. I'm James Hernandez. As always, it's a pleasure to bring you these broadcasts at College of Southern Nevada Athletics. Thank you so much for your support, your love for this great team. And it's just the beginning, guys. We beat number 2 today. Who knows what this team is capable of as we continue to move forward and the pieces continue to fit to this puzzle of this 2022 College of Southern Nevada Coyotes team. That's it. I'm James Hernandez saying goodbye, signing off. Peace and love, Coyote Nation. You guys have a great one, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow, 8 a.m., for Casper College versus the College of Southern Nevada